Haunted by a demon from a Ouija board. This story was posted on the subreddit Ghoststories by user LittleLulu333. In high school, a group of friends and I purchased a Ouija board to play with. We decided my house was the best, so the 5 of us sat around the board in my bedroom one Friday night and began to play. The board we got also was glow in the dark, adding to the spookiness. The first time was uneventful, the only entity we contacted saying its name was no one. The second time playing was much more memorable and terrifying. It was only my close friend and I in my room playing in the dark. Music playing softly on my stereo. We asked the basic questions and soon noticed our breath was visible. We were freezing. Now my house was in woods and my room was notoriously cold during winter, so I turned my space heater on and we continued. No one appeared again and still our breath hung in the air despite the heater going full blast. The radio began to jump stations and the volume raised and lowered. Loud static filled the room, so I shut it off. The stereo jumped back on, lights flashing, and country music blaring even though we hadn't been listening to country. Unnerved but also excited, my friend NL laughed, asking no one more questions. Feverishly the plaque flew across the board, sometimes right out of our hands. Besides predicting some minor events, we laughed off the encounter and the Ouija board was put in my closet for safekeeping. The nuance had worn off, or at least no one wanted to play the board anymore. Some had bad dreams or just bad feelings. Meanwhile I felt a dark presence following me, almost like an eerie shadow I could feel but not see. One night while in bed the doors of my closet burst open, the radio blared on and my lights flickered. This happened a few more times on various nights before my paranoia got the better of me and I began to look up how to dispose of a Ouija board. Obviously we had released something sinister. I learned burning it was a bad idea, so my next option was burial deep in my parents' woods. So one rainy afternoon when nobody was home, I took the board and a shovel and hiked deep into the forest behind my house. I dug a hole the best I could and buried the board deep in the mud. I had terrible nightmares for weeks that I would come home from school to find the muddy board on my bed, but no such thing happened. My closet would still burst open and the radio turn on randomly, and my room stayed freezing cold most of the year. For years I felt haunted and followed by something dark. It has subsided over the years, but I still have encounters. TVs turn on or my things go missing, then suddenly appear. The encounters feel much less sinister than before, so I think whatever or whoever no one was, it wasn't good. I think the board opened me up to the encounters, but only the first felt dark, or dare I say evil. I have found as long as I tell them that I know that they are there, the events stop. Thank you for watching. And I want to personally thank LittleLulu333 for allowing me to share their story.